Hello, this is Retro Marky, and as you can see here, I've got myself a new TheC64, which I'm going to do a quick unboxing video of, and then I'd like to do some further videos with a few tests and things like that. The first thing is, it's heavy and it is a beautiful looking box. I'm actually really chuffed with this. Part of me kind of doesn't want to like this machine too much, but part of me, having watched some reviews and read a few things online, is starting to warm to the idea. I am a genuine hardware fan, which makes it difficult, and I am having problems trying to figure out exactly who this is for. I'm not sure if it's for me exactly, but we shall see on that. So without any further ado, I think we should go to the unboxing first, and then depending on how long this video takes, I might continue on, or I might do a part 2. Okie dokie. Here is a nice sharp knife. It's actually a shame to unbox this because it has got beautiful packaging, and part of me did want to save this for Christmas Day as a present to myself, but then I thought I really want to do a video, so I'm going to do a video. So here we go. I'm sure you've seen a few of these online already. I did actually get this a couple of days ago, and I've been toying with, I don't want to open it, but then I do. Then I want to make a video, so I need to open it, but then I don't want to open it. And now I've already broken the seal, so let's go for it. Apologies for the probably not very nice sound of cellophane as I take this machine's 8-bit virginity away from it. Give it a good seeing to. So there we go. Box looks close enough to an original C64. I do have a problem with the name though, because anything with a "the" in it is a bit confusing for me. Maybe it's just my simple brain, but so for example in the sentence, "Hey, have you got a SNES?" "Yeah, I've got a SNES." "Have you got an N64?" "Yeah, I've got an N64." "Have you got a TheC64?" Just sounds really odd, doesn't it? Now, originally it was called, I think, TheC64. Now it's TheC64. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure I like the name that much, but I guess it will do. Personally, I'm going to call it a C64, not so mini, but most people probably won't agree with that. Anyhow, on with the vid. Here is the box in all its glory. Let's have a gander inside. For once in my life, I'm going to try and look after this box as well as I can. I don't know whether I'll be using it much, this machine. I have been thinking about some things I could do with it. I'll be also very interested to hear and see what mods come out. I am a real hardware enthusiast and a bit of a modder, a repairer, so anyhow. Imagine the music to 2001 in your head as I do this, and there we go. That looks actually really nice. So here's the box within the box, which I'll open up in a minute. And then let's have a look at the machine itself, which is actually, God, it looks like the real thing. Nice little plastic protector there. Actually it smells a bit like B&Q. You can do it when you B&Q it. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. And it comes in this foam stuff. Well packaged. And there it is, a bit of a close-up. I'll remove the box for now. Put this bad boy down here. There we go. It actually really does look like a real machine. I'm quite impressed with that. Obviously there are some differences around the sides. Doesn't feel quite as thick plastic. What are the keys like? Shift lock doesn't actually have, it's not mechanical, it doesn't have a spring or lock in there. Other than that, Oh, that's a bit clanky. I've got a million C64s, but just for quick example, here's one of my older. Is it the same? Yeah, it's pretty much the same size. Actually, God, it might even be slightly heavier, which is a surprise. I mean, it's definitely close enough, so I can't criticise a lack of authenticity, and it looks really, really good. There's a bit of a funny, I don't know what that is there. It's not quite as genuine there. This is slightly different, and obviously the label. And here I don't have a Commodore key because it's not Commodore. It's Claranto, whoever they are. Around here, power in, USB, HDMI, which is upside down, and another USB port. 3 USBs here, and one of these switches which I don't like, but there we go. It's pretty much, I mean, I know what this is going to be. It's going to be a mini that's not so mini. It's a mini in a case with a keyboard, not necessarily a bad thing. The label 2019, serial number 1951. It's got 3 screws. So the case feels genuine-ish, that's not quite right. But I'm not going to criticise that. Yeah, it's okay. It's not amazing quality, but it's good enough. Don't know if they have springs in the keyboard, but there we go. So that's the unboxing. I'll do another part where I plug it in, I suppose, because you want to see that, don't you? Yeah. Stay tuned. Right, so here's the box within the box, which is pretty well packaged again. I mean, the quality, the packaging and everything is good. We have another box in the box. It's like Russian dolls. Here we have USB power through UK plug adapter, which is really nice to get that. The micro USB to USB cable, and another HDMI cable to add to my collection of a lot of HDMI cables. Next we have the bit that most of us are probably most interested in, which is the joystick, which is a clone of a Comp Pro. Probably my favourite joystick. Yeah, it's got micro switches, which is nice. I don't know if it works. It'd be interesting to see if it works also on a PC or a Pi for retro gaming, on the micro 64 or whatever. Yeah, it's heavy, it's good, it's pretty sturdy. It looks a bit like a DTV, but there's some plastic on there with some dust on it, which I'll take off. That looks much better. So, yeah, good enough. I'd probably prefer to use a SNES clone controller, and I will, but okay, so joystick's plugged in. One thing I don't know is whether this USB at the back has any relation to the other 3 or not. I presume they all do the same things, but we'll check that later. So we're ready to switch on through HDMI. So it's slower to boot than the original. 40 years on nearly, and we've almost got a C64 new that's as fast. I'm kidding. So language English. That's a good start. Oh, there we go. 50 Hertz. So which button? Right. Okay, so I'm pressing the second button on here. Press A. Okay. Oh, I see. Down here it shows you which of the 4 function buttons. Right, there we go. Carousel and classic. Is there any horrible music? I'll go to the carousel first, because yeah, that's what most people are going to do. Oh God, it's that music again. No, please, no. So first thing is, how do we turn that off? Oh, I'll leave it on for now. So it looks and functions pretty much the same as the C64 most Mini. Hall of Fame. Joystick's responsive and you can hold it down. It's quite noisy, but as I said, I'll probably use a SNES type controller or something. There's a few new games on here. I'm not going to go into great detail. Let's have a look at Galencia because I like it. Okay, it loads up pretty quick. The SID emulation is not too bad either. It's a good game, this. My only criticism is it is pretty easy. But it's a good conversion. Recommended. One thing I've noticed is some of the screen's gone off the TV. That's probably just my settings on the telly. Not going to worry too much about that. Yes, so there you go, that works. So how do we quit out, I wonder? There you go, save load state, virtual keyboard exit. So that's very much, whoops, very much like the Mini. Let's have a look at the screen options. Pixel Perfect, European 4.3, North American. I'm going to try the CRT. Go back. Just do one more game to see what the CRT is like, and then what I want to do, see what it's like as a machine, more of a computer. Definitely smells like B&Q. Yeah, I quite like the emulation. CRT is not too bad at all, actually. Can't remember if the Mini, probably it had CRT emulation, I'm not sure. Not very good at this. Go away, big black ball. Okay, anyway, so that's that. Virtual keyboard. Why do you need a virtual keyboard? Well, anyway. Got a keyboard, an actual keyboard there. So some good games on here. Some I don't know, some I don't care about. Some I'm definitely going to be interested in looking at. Okay, so I'm going to cut and get a USB stick and try some PRG, CRT images, etc. and see how compatible this is, including some disc demos. That's going to push it. I've got a feeling they're not going to work, and I can tell you why in a minute when I start talking again. Right, so let's turn off that goddamn awful music. I'm sorry, I just don't think this music's very good at all. There's so many, I mean, the SID, one of the things about the Commodore 64, one of the things it's known for is its amazing sound chip and music. And people like Martin Walker and Tim Follin, etc, etc, and they put this god-awful music on. I don't know why. Anyway, moaning aside, so that's quite nice. I put a stick in, it's come up automatically there. So let's have a looky. There we go. Let's have a try, which we try first. Sam's Journey, which is on disc. So am I pressing that button? There we go, TheC64, disc 1. Let's have a gander. Will it work? Will it not work? Will it work? Will it not work? Should work. It's just a, I mean, it's a original, that's a modern original game on disc. It should work. I'm also interested to see if Jiffy DOS works on this. So far it's not looking too promising though. I know this takes a while, but there's normally some signs of something by now. So I'm wondering, let's try exit game. Let's get back a second. Am I missing something here? Okay, go back in. So that's my... I don't know what that is down there. If I press that. Okay, maybe it was that then. C64. Presuming it's loading. Be nice to have some indication of that, but... Oh, aren't you cute? Kind of like getting a new 20-year-old girlfriend after decades of marriage. But still missing the old lady a little bit at the same time. Not convinced by this. I don't want to waste too much time of your time. We'll get back to that in a second maybe. Let's have a look and try... Actually, let's have a look at the settings. Model. Yeah, fine. Boot mode. Classic. If I go to classic then, go out. Shut down. I don't want to shut down, I actually want to reset. Can I reset? Shut down. Okay, there might be a reset on the switch. I haven't checked the pamphlet thing that comes with it. I would say manual, but it's more a pamphlet. It's probably in every language under the sun. Starts off with epilepsy. Oh, it's only about 3 pages. Yeah, okay, that's the manual thing. Looks a bit like a 64 manual, but it's not. So, now, here we go. If I go to Media Access, SAMS, oh, okay, now I've inserted the disc. I'm liking this. Okay, I'll go back and do our usual start. Someone said there's a bit of lag. I think they're right, just a tiny bit of lag. Great. Run. Oh, okay. Being overly cynical. Oh, so maybe there is a black screen when it starts loading. I don't remember that. I mean, I'm trying to be fair here and not be like sycophantic and say, oh, this thing's so amazing, you should buy one. Please, Cloanto, please can I suck your lollipop? Don't know where that was going, but I do like it. I'm liking it so far. I think it's got a lot of possibility actually, if it works. I can't see it running demos, but you probably have a similar problem with other things like Micro 64 and other. Yeah, I don't know. Better cut this. Well, I got impatient, so let's try something else. Doesn't matter that much at the moment. I might do that later. It's definitely in the disk drive, but so we can eject that anyway. Now there's nothing. So I've got a cartridge slot and a tape deck. So I wanted to. Oops. Wanted to try both of those. Media access. How do we go? Okay, there we go. Gonna try. Okay, let's try a tape image. Oh, it's got to be Last Ninja 2 for the amazing music. And we can test the SID chip. Okay, it's not doing much. Is it that button there? Ah, okay, I think that's just auto started, so we'll see if that works. Ooh, looking promising. So this thing was £109 shipped. You might be able to get it for around 100. I'm already going to say I recommend it, especially for people who are not so Commodore fanatical as I am. I've got dozens of these machines, literally, and not to mention other ways of playing like Raspberry Pis and whatever. I'm just going to try changing the aspect ratio. going to be quite a long video this, apologies guys, but I wanted to do this justice. I didn't really give the C64 actual mini much love or proper attention, and I'm trying to make up for it a bit with this. Right, size, let's go to try and get that a bit more normal. So 4.3. Oh, okay. That's about as genuine as you're going to get. It sounds okay. It sounds slightly compressed, but I'm just being a dick about it. I mean, I wanted to rate this, sorry, not rate, rank this. Sorry, brilliant music, but I wanted to rank this because I've been thinking about C64 modern solutions as well. And I think the main three, there are others, I might talk about them in other videos, but for now, you've really got the Ultimate 64, the Reloaded Mark II, and this bad boy. Money wise, this is probably about a third the cost of the other ones. When you think the other ones need keyboards, cases, some of them Reloaded need chips as well. So if you want a modern solution that's not expensive or too expensive, and you want a keyboard and a proper, if you want to feel like you've got a 64, this is probably the best way of doing it, and the easiest because it's HDMI. Just plug it in and get on with it. If you want a more pure machine, you probably want to go for the Reloaded, and if you want, like me, everything you can possibly have on a 64 and a modern solution, then the Ultimate 64 really is the ultimate. That's probably why it's called the Ultimate 64. So this is working fine. Let's see what else. So we don't need to load the whole thing, we can see that's working. So let's try Sam's again. No, let's not actually, let's try. And we go back again, useless, there we go. Can't remember his, what's that? Okay, let's try a cartridge. And I think if I now press that button, no. Is it, that button? Yes, there's a button that automatically launches it without you having to type in load. Bloody blah. Well, that's good, that's quick. Let's try the joystick out a little bit. Ooh, can have keyboard. This is a homebrew, or whatever you want to call it. It's just really well done actually, if you like these kind of isometric games. I'm not a fan of playing them, I find them confusing and some of the angles a bit weird, but I do love the graphics and like watching other people play them. No, there's no jump, you fire on this one. So I'm hoping, I wonder whether they'll start using the 2 buttons on this in future. Now, how do I reset without going all the way back? Press that. Let's load. Options, reset. Well, that's probably not, you can probably do it through there, but I'm too lazy to read the thing. Okay, next. So because it's a cartridge image, realistically, and I'm glad it does this, when I did a reset it came back to reset the cartridge as if it's still in there. So that's something really nice that I don't think the Mini could do, which is you could have a cartridge in there like a fast loader and load a game, you know, nice and quick on from disk. Media access. So we tried tape. So the actual C64 is on a drive 8. Now, am I supposed to, does that mean I'm putting a drive, I'm getting a drive prepared, or does that mean that's all the games? I'm not sure. So we still haven't tried a disc yet. I'm just trying to think if I've got any other discs. What's Delta? Let's just see if we can launch it. Think Delta's PRG. Yes, it is. So this is the PRG. This looks like it's working. So far, so damn good. I'm starting to think I might be using this a fair amount. I'm certainly going to try and set it up with a good USB stick full of my favourite stuff. Yeah, and of course it's all working. Again, I need to figure out the screen aspect and ratio, but that's only a tiny thing. This joystick's definitely better than the Mini, but I still don't like it. It's stiff, maybe it needs loosening up a bit. It's a bit of a stiff stick. That's what she said. But yeah, it's good enough. I'll try a SNES controller later. If I hold that, does that do a reset? Oh, just shut. Okay, it shuts down completely. And then, okay, I have to hold it for a second, switch on again. So that's cartridge PRG and tape. So I'm sure disc will work. It's got to. I don't know if there's a problem with my disc image. Well, it is an original, so it shouldn't have a problem, or maybe just me being impatient. Before we do a disc, I'm just curious. Okay, I want to see if Easy Flash works. I would think so. It does. Cuts off the music or the sound, but who gives the monkeys? It works by the looks of it. Oh, I can't not see Whizball on this, can we? So that's a very nice feature. The Easy Flash will also work. I think I might even buy another one, maybe even 10 of these things. They're fantastic. Thumbs up for from RM Retrimaki. Sounds a bit meh. It's not great, but okay. Yeah, it's one of the channels sounds a bit off, but yeah. Here's what it is, I guess. Important thing is it's Whizball and it's working. Of course, with this, if I can find the right button, we can do a save state, which would be nice. Let's do that now. Or just, yeah, like the Mini, just sort of go slot one. I'm not going to do. In fact, I'm not going to do that now, but you can see that's going to work. So that'd be quite nice. It's a nice feature. Let's try something a bit more weird, which is, this is a cartridge image of a piece of sampled music by Antonio Savona, I think his name is. Amazing guy who does stuff for RGCD. If this works, then I will be quite pleased, because that means this thing is really 99.999% compatible. Looking good.
Now that your pictures in the paper being perfectly admired, you can have everyone that you
Holy moly. Sounds good.
all you gotta tell me now is wow, 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 wow. Welcome to the working week. Oh, I know it don't thrill you. I hope it don't kill you. Welcome
That works. It actually sounds really good. Probably better than it does on the original machine. Probably something to do with the fact that this is all digital, isn't it? Right. Sam's Journey, TheC64. Let's try this one more time. So it's now the disk drive. Don't know why, but I kind of want to. Of course, it's a cartridge. Let's do a reset. Can I now? Oh, because it's I need to remove the cartridge. Okay, let's just shut down and on, off and on again. Okie dokie, let's see if we've got, is that disc still in there? Media access. No, let's put that, and that's now disc 1. No cartridges, that's good. So it will take me a little bit of time. You need to get used to this idea that the cartridge is, you put it in the machine in a virtual way, and it stays there until you remove it. It's the same on most emulators. Right, Sam's Journey, here we go. Come on, you bugger. Is that a swear word? I'm not sure. Might have to bleep that. So I'm guessing it is working, it just takes a little bit of time to load. This, just know, it'd be nice if that power light flickered or something, just so you know the disk access is on, but tiny thing. Looks good, feels good, works good. Price is good as well, I think. It'd be nice if it was 99, I think it would just sell a lot more 99. But, and the poor Mini, I think is going to go down in price hugely after this release. Well, I waited a few minutes, I lost patience, so I'll have to test that and I'll mention it in another video whether it works or not. I'm sure discs do work, it's just that's on 4 discs and I want to finish this video before we leave the European Union. So let's have a go at Mayhem Monster Land, the cartridge version, which I do own, by the way, for so yeah, yeah. Just start this thing. Okay. So I'll be interested with this to see how the video processing comes out through emulation. So they use some trickery, I think, for the scrolling. That's why this game is so incredible. It's loading exactly like on the original cart. Looking good. Yeah, spot on. Actually, this game's good with this joystick, it's feeling really good. Awesome game, check it out if you haven't before. So I should probably do some concluding thoughts like a real professional YouTuber. Not that I am one, but if I was, that's what we would do at this juncture. Let's just put the carousel back on while I'm chatting. So I actually like it a lot more than I thought I would. As a fan of original hardware and a real purist, and I think I'm going to remain that way, I can certainly say that this thing is really good. I highly recommend it, especially for someone who's not sure about diving into real hardware. There's a lot of problems with real hardware. I mean, part of my love is actually making mods and repairs, so if you're not that kind of person, something like this I think is absolutely ideal. It's got the spirit of the original machine, but without any of the faffing and hassle that you normally get, and also some extra options like you can save states and things like that. So can I get the how do I get the carousel back? Ah, there we go. I presume it's so. Again, I have to shut down, but I can't. I just want to reset it actually. That would do. I mean, maybe there's a firmware update for that, but I don't. Oh, there we go. No, the cartridge. Anyway, what was I saying? So I do highly recommend this actually. Oh, go away. It's going to take a little bit of time to. I mean, it looks like a 64, but then you're not exactly using a 64. and it will take away some of the joy for me personally of using things like Easy Flash and making my own compilations, and you know, there's a lot of stuff that comes with real hardware that I really do enjoy that you won't get with this. But most people just want, or a lot of people would want, just a nice, easy to use solution between the old and the new, and I think this hits the nail on the head, including for the price. So I'm going to say I highly recommend this, which I wasn't expecting when I received this. I thought I would give it a 6-7 out of 10, but I'm actually going to give it an 8.75. It looks like it's going to be highly compatible, although it does. Let me just try one more thing. So Sam's Journey we're not sure about. My demos, this is another little tester. I mean, I'm not going to change my mind, it's still really good for the price. Now this could be interesting. Got no option to actually, oh okay, let's see, maybe I have. I mean, if demos work, then actually, no, I'll give it a 9 out of 10 in that case. Because one of the problems with even SD2 IECs, the little SD card device for the 64, can't run demos. I'm not sure this is going to work. Let's hold on. The reason is, and the reason I wasn't sure on this machine either, is a lot of the demos, especially the good ones, tend to use some of the RAM inside of the disk drive itself, the physical disk drive, and also the CPU in there, because there's another CPU in the disk drive. So they use that to push the 64 to its limits, and emulating something like that is, I imagine, really difficult to do. It's something the Ultimate 2 does do it, and the Ultimate 64, but the SD2 IC doesn't yet. The Pi Hat probably does, I've not checked. Well, I did manage to run some demos on my Micro 64 as well, on the Raspberry Pi Cumbian, so this is not looking good, is it? So that didn't seem to work, but I will possibly do another video and test that. Let's try another demo, because it could be just that particular demo. Let's try that. I mean, it appears now to be working, but I did forget to put Jiffy DOS on here. But again, so I think I need to do one more, maybe another follow-up video then, testing Jiffy DOS and a few other maybe utility cartridges and Sam's Journey on disk, and in fact discs in general, because I'm not sure this demo probably does load like this on the original hardware. Sure, I'm sorry if this is a bit of a waffly video, but like I said, I wanted to make it, give it a bit more, give it justice. And even during the 20 minutes or so of making it, I've kind of fallen for this machine. Maybe it wouldn't be a wife, it would be a nice young lover you have on the side. I'm not sure why I'm using that analogy, but I am, so apologies to your eardrums. Not looking great. Again, I wish I could see some disk access. That'd be a nice firmware upgrade, either for this light or even some on the screen, something. Am I just being impatient? Probably. So yes, I'm going to summarise, and if this works during the summary, then great, and if it doesn't, I will end the video. Very impressed. Packaging good, machine good, features good, 4 USBs, so you've got 2 joysticks, plus you can leave a stick in there, which I like, maybe another spare USB for something else, I don't know what. I'm not going to open it up because there are other people doing it on other videos. You can see what's in it. It's pretty much a Pi, not a Pi, sorry, a mini C64 mini in there, plus another board for the USB here, and obviously the keyboard. There is a steel, I think a steel underneath. It's pretty heavy and pretty robust. It feels like an original machine. As tough, not tougher, but as tough, about the same. So packaging's good, price is good. I like the fact that there's, you get cables, you get a power supply. You don't go, oh no, I need to find a power supply. So, and compatibility is pretty high, but there will be obviously some things that I find that maybe don't work, but I am pushing it. Oh, what was that? Ah, the shift lock. Okay, so it comes up as an arrow there. Huh. Weird. So, highly recommended by Retro Marquee. Got any questions, then ask me, and I'll see you in the next video. And I want to say Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and also thanks to my some new subscribers. I've hit 800 subscribers. Woo! Insert one of those YouTube woohoo sound effects everyone does. And I'm really pleased with that, because it actually made me think, yeah, I want to make a video, because my subscribers are getting to a number where I think people will watch it, and it's worth me making the effort, and so that's what I did. There we go. Richard Markey, out. Yeah, demo's not working.